live. What's good, ladies and fellas, man? We are back again. It is the Secret Piece of Crew Fantasy Football Show, but we have the draft lottery special here today. Ladies and fellas, man, I am joined by the greatest commissioner in the land, Corey Edge in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, what's good, Corey?
Bring it in! I want to hear it all, Ty. I want to hear it all. Get the soundboard going. Get the soundboard going. No, it's a pleasure to be here, Ty. There's a much bigger smile on my face today because there's a level of excitement. The fantasy football season is in our grasp. You can finally see it on the calendar, being just 4 or 5 days away from the draft. We got something to get excited about tonight. The draft lottery, kind of what I would say is the real kickoff of the season. So excited to be here, man. Wouldn't want to host the show with anybody else. Ty, love you being here, man. Just all credit goes to you for setting all this stuff up, and happy to get kicked off here today.
Let's go. I love to hear that. I know we got, of course, people are clamoring for the draft lottery. Got a nice little horse race. It's Kentucky Derby, but it's August right now, okay? We got a nice horse race for our draft lottery, but I know we got some key items to get to before we get to the big special. Corey, why don't you take us away?
Yeah, Ty, we're going to keep it brief. So a lot of this stuff, it's not going to be more than 15 seconds, right?
Yeah.
So let's run through it quickly and get to the fun stuff. As promised, first key item, draft scheduling. Everybody knows, just a reminder, August 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern. We did have some conversations in the chat that may have gotten some people confused. None of that has come to fruition yet, nor has there been any follow-up discussion around that. So for right now, August 30th at 8 p.m. Eastern is going to be the time that we conduct the draft. I will be hosting the virtual session myself. Ty, I would imagine you're going to be on the virtual session,
of course,
as well. So we will have probably half and half if people are present. So half the folks will be on virtual. Charlotte boys, if you want to meet up, I would probably recommend not doing a bar option if you want to be able to interact with the virtual session. Totally fine if you want to do it, Ty. But
we'll see.
I think maybe Paul's house probably would be something better unless there's going to be a huge audience and you guys want to go have fun and get hammered.
I mean, I won't be in Charlotte this weekend anyway, so it's totally fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the most part, Shree, Paul, Adam, Jacob, Camden, Zach, that's on y'all. All 6 of you. The rest will all be on virtual, minus maybe Shree being in Vegas and minus maybe Callum because it's his birthday, which is totally acceptable. Just hope he can get to the draft punishment before his birthday. Let's just say that. Or the last season's punishment. But anyways, on to the next subject. 2026 rule proposal results. Just want to see if you can quickly bring up the proposed rule changes slide or tab so we can walk through the 2 approved rules real quick. Just make sure everyone's aware. Mm-hmm. Don't want any complaints halfway through the season that they weren't aware of a rule. So we can point right back to this VOD, Ty.
I got you.
Just let me know.
Yeah,
I can't
live.
See it. I can't see it on my side of things, but as far as the proposed rules, right, guys, you can see here there's only 3 actually proposed rule approvals. One of them's fictitious collusion. That's inherent. We're always going to be doing that against Danny. But the 2 important ones, field goals being changed for points. The recommendation you can see there was 0.5 for 0 to 20, 1 for 20 to 40, 2 for 40 to 50, and 4 for over 50. Unfortunately, that was not possible in ESPN, so I tried to fit that to the best of the ability. And Ty, if you scroll a little bit over to the right, can't see the screen if you're sharing it.
Yep.
But you can see it there. 0 to 39 are going to be 1 point. 40 to 50 is going to, or 49 is going to be 2 points. 50 to 59 is 4, and then 60 yards or above, I do think should be able to get a 5-point credit for that. I do think that that's fair. So that's what's been enacted. Unfortunately, that's kind of going to be a dictator commissioner move there because of the limitations of ESPN. So there you have it. The first proposed approved rule. The second one is that league medium scoring. The bonus wins have been added in ESPN, so we will be participating in league medium.
Mm.
So there will be an additional win and loss um, if if you do not win or lose against the average. So Ty, did I miss anything there? I'm going to let you be the spokesperson on that.
No,
The
I think you.
league
No, I think
stuff.
you got it. I think again, it's probably the biggest change when it comes to like how our league works compared to previous years. Just having that extra game and rewarding those that may have good teams. Like they do a good job GMing. You know, you can see guys like me, guys like Eric last year, who would just they had great teams, had great scoring outputs, but they didn't have good matchups that week. You know, any other week or any other opponent, they would win. So I think this rewards those that still have solid teams, and also gives people with bad teams it's like a good look in the mirror, to lock in a little bit more. You can't just squeak out easy wins scoring 80 points. So
Yep.
I think I think it's a welcome change, gives more competition, and makes people more active on the free agency and with the draft.
Yeah, agreed, Ty. One thing to key on with that is that there will be 28 possibilities of wins and losses instead of 14 this year
Crazy.
for each league owner. So just keep that in mind. Um, so, but yeah, think we're good there. We can move to the next key item. That's just our 2026 rivalries reveal. If you have not seen them yet already, Ty, take us back to the homepage and show us our 4 new rivalries and
Oh.
our 2 returning. Um, 2 returning are Shri and Ty, and Zach and Danny. A lot of beef there, a lot of requests from those individuals to be their rivalry. So we wanted to uphold that request. The rest are new. So we have Adam and Eric, Paul and Callum, myself and Camden, and Jacob and Will. So really, it was a switch around of just 4 existing rivalries. And yeah, we got some new blood in the room tonight. So
Sheesh. Rivalry week, well, can't come soon enough. Corey, I'm telling you.
yep. I'm excited to be paired up with Camden too. That'll be a fun one this year.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, next key item, loser punishment. I think it's been pretty obvious. I've communicated that out. Just wanted to make it a reminder that this year's loser punishment will be the blood alcohol consumption combine. Um, to be determined on what the level of BAC required to do each activity will be, where it will be hosted, and what all activities must be done. It's going to be hard with just one person if you're not with a group. So that's still TBD. But to some degree, I think we have the bare bones, and that's all that's required at this point in time of the season.
Understood. We can definitely confirm things as a league as we get closer to the punishment time.
Yep. All right. Not last thing, but 2 last things. Sleeper Pick'em League. We're doing this year. It's going to be new. It's just going to be on the sleeper side. All it's going to be is you're going to pick the winner of each game each week. You are not required to join. If we get enough people, we may throw $5 a person in just to make it a little bit more fun. I know Danny, Paul, and I are already planning on doing it. Ty, would love to have you.
Oh, for sure.
And we're going to test a little bit of the skills of our owners to see, who has the best pulse on team knowledge, win and loss, matchup knowledge, that kind of stuff when it's not just on the individual player. I loved it. I've done it multiple times, 2 years in a row. I'm actually in another Pick'em league, and thought it would be great for our league. So would love you all to join. I will drop that chat in when it's more relevant. I've already sent the league and created it, but we'll send a reminder out about that.
All right, nice.
Lastly, as you saw, the graphic I sent over the weekend, the schedule's out. The 2026 schedule release has been dropped.
Yes, sir.
Probably pulling up the graphic. Don't need to share it too long because it's in everybody's team text messages.
Yep.
But really happy that's done. Really happy that the rivalries are included in there, and really happy that anybody that played somebody twice last year is not playing that same pair of 3 twice this year. It's a brand new pair of 3, and we're going to try and keep that existing going forward, including rivalries and whatnot. So nobody's playing, somebody else overly too much. Everything's perfect on the schedule. So yeah, looking forward to another great season. I think we got some great storylines based out of the schedule that we got.
Oh yeah, shout out to the commissioner again for putting together this schedule. And the rivalries. A lot goes behind that, so appreciate everything you do, commish.
People will doubt the storylines, but it goes a lot. It goes a long way with engagement. It
Oh,
goes
I
a
agree.
long way with league engagement. So last year was definitely our most exciting. I think that was the first time I did the manual scheduling, and that was definitely the closest playoff race we've had, which I thought was really cool. So hoping to recreate that this year with the bonus wins included. So yeah, looking forward to it. But yeah, let's get to the fun stuff. Ty, you take it away here.
Let's go. So as y'all know, we have.
But before you start,
Alright.
I need to tune in too, so I can actually see the results of what
Okay,
happened.
yeah, you got it.
So let me go get my iPad.
No, do your thing, bro. While everyone's waiting, we do have our 12-man horse race. Random team picker, horse race style. We have everyone: Zach, Danny, Adam, Eric, Skateboard P, Callum, Corey, Camden, Jacob, Will, Shree, and myself, rounding out the 12 horses. We will do, to explain the horse race a little bit, the concept is there will be 12, will it be 12 or 11? Possibly 11
Well,
races. 12 races. 12 races. There'll be 12 races, yeah, because 12 horses.
maybe 11
I
races.
think it's 11. Maybe. Who knows? We'll see. Basically, each race, we'll conduct a race, and then one person, the winner of each race, will be taken out the next race. And you will automatically have the last pick. Therefore, if you are Eric and you happen to win the first race, you have the first pick, and we're doing it again. And then the next
Yeah, the
winner,
12th pick.
12th
the
pick.
12th pick.
12th pick. And as we're continuing on, as we're continuing down the line, the next winner will have the 11th pick and then 10th pick, and so on until the final two horses will battle out for the first overall pick.
So, in short, in summary, Ty, you do not want to win the race until it's the very last race between
Correct.
two.
Yes.
Deciding first and second. The winner of the last race will get first, and the person that comes in second will get second.
Yes.
But
Sir.
every other race, you don't want to win. So you cheer for everything but winning. That's all you got to know. And Ty, I don't know about you. I'm not seeing much engagement in the chat, which means maybe there's not a lot of people, which is totally fine. We can upload this as a VOD. But I'm thinking if that's the case, I'm not going to share. I'm going to make people watch the VOD to get the order.
You should. You know what? You should, because you know what? That's what we're here for. Like we would have put on a show for y'all. We send out updates. We let them know, hey, the draft lottery spectacular.
Excel because no one checks the Excel in the league office HQ.
Have
so
them watch.
Can't put it in Excel. Yeah, but they gotta watch.
It's like we'll send them a text afterwards saying, "Hey guys, we did the draft lottery. If you want to know the results, tune into the VOD." All right.
Yeah.
Tune into the VOD. Be better engaged.
Other than that, they'll be released. Oh, okay.
Oh, all right, Danny. All right, Danny. Turn me up. Turn me up, Danny. Shout out. You know, but Danny's our league champion. He should be here. Yeah. You know, and I appreciate that, Danny. Still, but you know, where's the rest? You know, I love Danny. Thank you for having
back league champion. Let's put a little bit more respect.
Back-to-back league champion. All right.
First ever back-to-back champion. He deserves it. The guy deserves it.
But
he beat me. I know. But hey, sometimes you got to be humble.
The fate changes today with this horse race. All right, the fate changes today. All right, shall we begin, young Corey?
Let's do it, Ty.
All right, we're gonna start.
The winner of this race will have the 12th pick. Let's lock in.
Let's do it. Hold the line. Hold the line. Camden's taking the lead. Callum right behind him. Camden taking the mean lead. And it looks like Camden will run away. It looks like Camden will run away with the 12th overall pick.
Dude, I was close. I came in second.
No, that was Callum. Callum came in second.
Oh, okay. Oh,
yeah.
Ty, third.
I know. I was kind of close.
Dude, Camden's horse was fucking
fire. It was out that thing. Maybe that's a good sign for things to come.
Maybe he wanted the 12th pick.
So Camden's out of there. So we will now 1 second, fellas. I do have to put in our names each time, but while we do that, let's just recap. So again, Camden with a strong. Did Camden make the playoffs last year? I think he did.
Camden last year did.
Or did not.
Let me take a look. Actually, let me get the league up.
It's all good, but Camden always a guy that will a guy people that I think underestimate. He squeaks out a lot of good wins. And he has great players. He there was a period where he drafted guys based off their hair, their dreads, but
He
that's
did make the playoffs, 6 seed.
see, look at that. Camden always a consistent league player, and you know, he may be happy with the result. You know, as a 12th pick, you do get back-to-back picks, you know, that 1-2 turn. So maybe that's part of Camden's plan. You know, maybe that is part of Camden's plan.
Ty, I've got some insider sources
Talk to
talking to the commissioner saying that this year we might see a new and revitalized Camden because he's out of his residency program and his hours have dropped significantly. He's still got to focus a lot on the doctor lifestyle,
of course,
but rumors are starting to swirl that he may be more locked in this year than ever.
That could be
12th pick.
Well. That could
12th pick, but could be one of his best. Danny, shout out to Danny. Those horses were in fact moving.
They were indeed moving, young Danny. Let's go on to the next 11 up. We have our people. Camden's removed. Let's go to the racetrack, ladies and gentlemen. Race number 2. Who's going to get the 11th overall pick? And it's, oh my God, Jacob and Paul are fighting it out. Jacob is pulling away. Jacob's pulling away. And I think it's going to be straight to it's going to be Jacob. Jacob with the 11th overall pick in this thing. Jacob, a guy, again, solid lead player. He's a guy people still, I think, in the same vein as Camden, underestimate. I think if Jacob could lock in a little bit, I think he's definitely a playoff contending team.
While you get these names last year, let me talk to you about this. You and him were one of the 2 better teams late in the season, had horrid starts to the 2025 seasons. And
talk about it.
Jacob had unfortunate luck in the sense of he drafted a lot of the Rams players. Puka got injured. He was dealing with a lot of injuries all season. But what can you do? He fought back once he got those players healthy again at the end of the season. And you dealt with the unfortunateness of playing the top dogs every week. But I could see y'all 2, based off of the draft. Oh, no. Danny, don't give him any hints, dude.
Is he in the chat?
Danny texted in the group message saying, you don't want to watch. Camden said he was still putting Magnolia down.
Okay. All right.
But yeah, I mean, our winner last year was Danny out of the 9 slot. So I do think it does suck, you know, at first glance when you're getting these low picks, but it may be, you know, the silver lining here.
There's really no correlation on where your pick is and who wins. I feel like that just, you know, there's not like if you're the 4th pick in the draft, you have a higher percent. Like it all depends. Also, you know, we're all different owners. We have different strategies, and that's just what this horse race is going to emphasize a little bit more as we get into the season.
Yeah.
Let's load up with race number 3 here, Corey. Who's going to have the 10th overall pick? The 10th pick can win you some drafts here. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Shree. It's between me and Shree. Oh my God! It's neck and neck. Shree pulls away. It's going to pull away. Shree pulls away. Shree is going to have the 10th overall pick, and I'd like to say, and that might be a good omen for Shree, because not only was he born in the 10th month of October, his birthday is on the 10th day of October. 10/10 is his birthday, and he has the 10th overall pick. That could be some the universe saying something, ladies and gentlemen. That could be something out of this world. Shreejin with the 10th overall pick.
That's a 10-10-10 pick, dude.
It is a 10-10-10 pick. Oh my God.
Former winner of the of SPOC. I think it was maybe 2022, 2023. He's already sent some jabs in the chat looking to add to his win championship total this year. Had a very formidable season last year too. I think he ran up to me in the playoffs maybe, and came up just short. But he was right around where I was all season, so I kept good tabs on his team. Very solid, just like mine, based off of the running backs, Bijan Robinson, and I forgot his other running back that he had, but two solid running backs that you were going up against, just like Danny and I as well. But yeah, interested to see what he can do with the 10th pick here, Ty. He's always alternative strategy, but putting a lot of thought into it too as well. So I'm interested to see what he can do.
I would have to agree. And it's tough that he's won more recently than I have. My last one was, 2018, 2019, quite a while. We were just coming out of college now, and look at us now. We're all grown adults. I gotta get another victory under the belt. in this
Yeah.
league. For Sreejan just can't. I just can't have that man gloat. He is
There's
automatic.
still half of the league that hasn't won a title. We've been around for about 6 or 7 years now. We got a lot of guys repeat winners. Paul's won twice. Danny's won twice. I think you and Shree have won. And that's about it.
Well, hey, this might be a different season. Someone may shine to the light. We need to. I'm down to be a little bit of a Spock hembo and try to look up some different stats about things, but we don't have time for that. We're on race number 4, ladies and gentlemen. We have who will
Spot him
have
up.
who will have the 9th overall pick. Okay, we have Camden with the 12th pick. 11th pick is going to Jacob, and Trejan has the 10th pick. We're in the single digits, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get going with race number 4. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Who's leading it? The Fink up, Callum in the lead. The Fink. Danny's going. Adam just barely gets through the line. Adam overtakes Danny. I know Danny was sweating. I'm still in this top 3. My horse wants me to get a pick soon, I guess. But Danny somehow doesn't get the 9th pick, and one of the Fink brothers is off the board. Adam with the 9th overall pick.
Another formidable guy from last season, Ty. We're getting a lot of the better products from last season coming out early, meaning they're picking low. Adam, always solid, one in this league against me in a what I will say a fluke of a championship. Danny wants horse 2. He said, "You're accommodating for that. Calm down, Danny. We'll give you preferential treatment since you're in the chat."
Yeah, come on, man.
But yeah, excited to see the Fink rivalry, even though it's not a rivalry this year. I love when they match up.
Right.
Love to have Adam in the league. He's a little bit quieter. Not sure if he's watching or even will care where he's picking.
Could be a sleeping giant, though. Sleeping giant. You never know.
Formidable. He just needs to stay away from the commies players and just let Callum take them all. So
that's very true. And, we're now at the 8th overall pick. 8 horses remain. Who is going to be the number 1 pick? We won't find that out now, but we're going to go to race number 5. You got Dab Marino in the building. Treason, what's popping?
Am I still in? 10th pick.
You are the 10th pick, just like your birthday. 10, 10, 10. You are the 10th overall pick, Dab Marino. Have fun in Vegas.
It's a good omen.
And since you're going to be in Vegas, you should do some betting, gamble like we are with these racehorses. We are on to the 8th pick. Who's going to have the 8th pick? Let's go. We're in it. Paul Fink, Zach in the lead. Paul in the lead. Zach in the lead. Skateboard P loses it, and Zach is going to have the 8th overall pick in the draft. I'm still in the top 3. The horses want me to be a pick soon. I don't get it, but Zach, you are off the board. You have the 8th overall pick.
Which is interesting, Ty. I think in the past few drafts for Zach, I know last year he was the first chat member to join the draft lottery that I hosted by myself at the time. And he was also somehow got the first pick. So he did have the first pick last year. He's in a completely different draft position, which I think even the year before that, he was top 5 or something like that. So it'll be interesting to see how he has to adjust. He does love Jamar Chase. That was his big number 1 pick last year. So it'll be interesting to see how he adjusts after last year's strong season. Again, we're continuing on strong seasons, being picking low, except myself. So I'll take the highest pick I can get. Definitely makes my job harder, I think, as a manager or owner. But yeah, this is interesting.
I feel it is interesting. And just when you see the names still left, there's a lot of potential here. These are the 7 names that could get the first overall pick. Is it Danny? Will it be Paul, Skateboard P? Will it be myself representing the Giants? Will it be Corey out there in the great state of Utah? Will it be Callum who still has to do his punishment? Is it going to be Will or is it going to be Eric? Let's see. We're going to go to race number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, who's going to have the 7th pick in the draft? Eric starting off strong, but I'm going next. Ty is going to have the 7th pick. He's going to have the 7th pick finally. It looks like Eric's going to take the 7th pick, but it looks like myself, I'm going to have the 7th pick. Honestly, not mad at this. I feel like it's very standard. And a lot of drafts I'm in, I have a middle round pick. 7 is not too bad. I think I have a good pick of some good players. We'll see what happens. But, what are your thoughts, Corey, on the 7th pick?
I mean, it's right where I would want to be. Right in the 6 and 7 range, I think is great, especially in this year's draft. I don't know. It's just always tough right? There's a lot of hoopla and hollering about where you want to be, but I do think this year the top three is tough. It's a tough lineup to choose from. I think sometimes when you're in those situations where you're forced to get a guy that's really good, that's falling, it is great in that 7, 8, 9 range is where we got CMC last year. So um, to me, I don't think this is terrible. I think this is right where you want to be as an owner, in my opinion.
You know what? I'm not mad at that. I feel like I've had some of my better seasons picking in the middle of the rounds too. It's when I get that confidence of getting, oh, I have
Right in the
back-to-back
sweet spot.
picks. I like it. That way you can kind of snipe players from people. I think it's a good spot. Honestly, I would have liked it maybe. I don't know. I feel like the horses. Real horses don't stop; they keep going. If the horse wanted me to go soon. All right, I was in the top 3 consistently these last 3 races. So whatever the universe decides, I'm going to be all in for. It is a skill issue at the end of the day. We have
Shree is saying that last
I
pick
think it's
is
the
best
best this
this
year.
year.
He doesn't know anything. Hey, Asteregion. Hey, Asteregion. Hey, I'm not gonna start it. Hey, Asteregion. What 4 teams are on the AFC North? Ask him. Anyways, while Asteregion figures that out,
Oh
while he
no!
googles that question, we're gonna go with the top half of the first round. Eric, Corey, Callum, Danny, Paul, and Will are still up for the first overall pick. Let's see with race number 6. Let's get it going.
Danny with the best chat of the night.
Paul and Eric are battling out for the 6th pick. Vikings. Wow, he said Vikings. Paul Fink and Will were almost right behind him, but both Fink brothers are off the board. Paul
Oh,
with pick number 6.
I
Paul, a
think that's
guy who before I let you go, Corey, of course, before, last season, I feel like he was all over the place. All right. Not that we know Skateboard P is a menace. We know he's a menace. We know he's a party animal. But it never really affected his play until last season. And I don't know what it was, Corey, but I really felt like he had a lot of off the field things affecting his team chemistry. What are your thoughts?
you know my thoughts about off the field problems with my players on my team.
Oh
So you
yeah.
can only imagine the talk that I had to have with my owners and my leagues about off the field problems. We went directly to the source. We're not gonna get into the details and all pretty butterflies and stuff that we talked about during the conversation. But me and owner Fink, Paul Fink, that is, have had a direct conversation. I do have a worry though. He's starting school this year, which we do know what happened when Camden was in school or residency. So we could see some dips in performance, especially with it being his first semester in school, being this fall. So I'm looking to take advantage of Paul's team early before he develops his school routine. I think there's definitely some mental lapses that we could see, but as an owner, I'm trying to get every competitive advantage I can get.
I feel that. And why wouldn't you? I feel like, everything going on with college football nowadays. You got players playing in preseason games, trying to go back to school. You got a lot of stuff going on. But once you get that routine, you want to get advantages. But once you get that routine, it's tough to get off your wagon. We saw that with Camden whenever he's locked in. Okay, we have five more rounds left. Commissioner, hold on, let me see. Is it in the draft lottery? Just to recap, ladies and gentlemen, with the 12th pick, we have Camden. 11th, Jacob. Shree with the 10th pick. Adam Fink with the 9th pick. Zach Attack with pick number 8. Myself with pick number 7. And Paul Fink, Skateboard P, with pick number 6. We have 5 more slots. And somehow our back-to-back champion, Danny, is still in the running for the first overall pick, Corey, as well as yourself. We have our loser, Callum, still in there. And, of course, rounding out with Will and Eric. Anything can happen, ladies and gentlemen.
I like this group of 5. I think this is a fun group of 5. Let's see what happens.
Whether or not you like it, ladies and gentlemen, these are the top 5 picks. Let's go in to race number 7. Let's go. And they're off the races. Callum is going crazy. Callum wanted that pick. Callum wanted pick number 5, and it goes to the Sacco recipient, Callum. Now, this is a guy. What's fun about this group? You know what, Shreejan, you wouldn't understand. This group has a bunch of different characters. You got highs, you got lows. You got players that care, players that maybe don't care about the league so much because they haven't done the punishment yet. But this is a fun group of people. But Callum with the 5th pick. Corey, how do you think this shapes up Callum's choosing of Commies players in the first round?
The only thing I gotta worry about Callum is when he joins the draft time. So him being above like top 10 is probably bad for his case because he's normally joining like 20, 25 minutes late or something like that. So a little bit concerned that he's in the higher end of the picks here. Do you think it will be better for him because he's gotta not take like Jaden Daniels here?
Yeah.
I think this is way too high to take Jaden. If he's down at 10 or 11, maybe he can justify that in his head.
Yeah.
So I do think this helps him a little bit, but also hurts him, making him be more on time. Shree, we have heard rumors that he is doing the punishment.
Rumors.
If that does not happen, I've sent it in the chat a few times, but he'll lose his 3rd-round pick this year. And he will have to do this year's punishment, the BAC Combine, with whoever loses, as well as the previous punishment on his banned for 2 years. We already have some backfill members. I think one of them is even watching the show right now.
Hey.
So you can tell they're eager and they're putting in a lot more effort into this league, not even playing, than one of our most not active members. So we need our members to step up. Callum, I got to call you out. Unfortunately, you're not going to watch anyways, but yeah. Maybe Ty can clip this or something and put a reel or something.
Oh yeah, we might have to go back in the lab. Yeah. Oh yeah, you already know. Ladies and gentlemen, we have our top 4. Okay, these top 4 picks and players that are available at these positions are premium players. These are players that win you leagues. And while some of us may think that these are just, these are 100% sure things. Sometimes people will squander here in these top 4 picks, Corey. But we have Corey, Eric, Will, and Danny. Talk to me.
I need the football. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Corey is ready. Can Corey get the first overall pick?
Come on.
Could he get one of the best 4 players here? Sleepers Creepers is in the building. Camden, you do have the 12th overall pick. If you weren't paying attention, you have the 12th overall pick. Back-to-back picks. This could be good for you. Just get to see the lay of the land, how people are picking before you make 2 back-to-back crucial picks in the first and second rounds. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start this race. The top 4 racers. Who will have the 4th overall pick? Let's get it going. A slower race starting out. Danny, Corey in the league. Eric, it is a neck-and-neck race between Eric and Corey. Who's going to pull away? Corey's going to pull away. Corey's going to pull away for the 4th overall pick. It looks like Eric for the longest time. It looked like Rick for the longest time, but Corey comes in at the 4th overall pick. Still a premium position, still a lot of great talents, great players in the 4th overall pick. But Corey, let me know your instant reaction to getting the 4th overall pick.
It was the football. I'd like to do a race without the football in my hands, but you can't go back on that, unfortunately. It feels eerily familiar to the position I was in last year. I think I was 3 and got Saquon or 4 and got Saquon. So, yeah, hey, let's run it back, right? Let's take the positives away from it. Let's run it back.
I feel that. Hey, again, at the end of the day, where you pick doesn't matter. It's what you do with the pick.
Danny still being here
Danny's still being in the contention, being a back-to-back league winner, and being a guy that many league members, he's a bit divisive for some league members, but I do. The one thing I will say about Danny, no matter how much we will trash talk, I do appreciate his enthusiasm, his energy, and his passion, all right? And that's a guy that with the 1st overall pick can do a lot of damage, and I would love to see that, the chaos it would form in our league. With that being said...
I swear every year with these live draft lotteries, the first person to chat and the first person in the stream normally gets the first pick. Let's see if it happens again.
Let's see if it happens again. We have our last 3, ladies and gentlemen. Who will have the 3rd overall pick? Let's get it going. Here we go. Will pulls off with a hot start. It looks like Will might keep this lead. And I think Will is going to be the 3rd overall pick in the 2026 Sicker Piece of Crew draft. Will, always a great contender, Will is. I think having the 3rd pick for him, might bode well. I don't know what his spot has been in the past, but I think it's a no-nonsense pick for Will. I think he'll have a no-nonsense pick here.
Tyler, before we go to this last race, take us back to the draft screen. Show us the draft board. We got 2 guys left. As you get this prepared too, just a reminder, Camden, I know you may be like, wait, Will won? Why is he getting the 3rd pick? So the winner of the race got the last pick and then all the way up the order. Here for our last race, it's actually going to be completely opposite. So the winner of this race is going to get the first pick. The person that comes in second will get the second pick. So just for y'all, we're switching that up. Don't get fooled. The winner will be the number one pick in this year's draft. That's going to be between Daniel Failer and Eric Hills. Ty, any thoughts on that before we hit it?
Two guys that I know would love the first overall pick. Just talking, I mean, we know Danny. We know Danny would love that pick. You know, we just love it to rub it in our faces. You know, it's like three years in a row. We know he's saying that behind the screen. But I think Eric more than anyone needs his pick. The last couple years, Eric has had some bad luck. Don't even bring up the name Charbonnet in front of this guy. I think he does. I think if he gets his first overall pick, I think it's gonna be he'll raise some hell this year in the league. And I honestly, I'd love to see it.
For you, Neighbors, you gotta be happy he took Neighbors high last year, and also want him to maybe get some good fortune this year for how that ended up last year.
I do, and I do appreciate that Eric did that. You know, and I can empathize and sympathize with the man. You know, we both have nice teams some weeks, and sometimes they just lay an egg, or we're just unlucky. So honestly, I'm hoping for Eric on this one, but I wouldn't be as mad if Danny got it, I guess. But let's go, ladies and gentlemen. This is for the first overall pick in our draft. Who is going to have the first overall pick in the 2026 Sticker Piece of Crew Fantasy Football Draft? It's going to be Eric or Danny. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go.
RVP.
Here we go. Eric in the lead. Danny not far behind, but Eric is pulling away. Eric wants this. Eric wants the first overall pick, ladies and gentlemen. Eric got it. You want it and you got it. Eric, one of the bigger sponsors.
Wow.
One of the league's biggest sponsors.
Electric. Putting in all the effort in last year to make the video too. I mean, this guy deserves it.
He definitely deserved it. Definitely deserved it. Oh
more importantly, Danny didn't deserve it.
I would have to agree with that.
Unfortunately.
There
you have it, Ty.
Wow. This is crazy. We have our full draft now. Let's pull up the draft.
Let me take a picture of that. Yeah, that's beautiful.
Oh my gosh.
That is beautiful, mate. Look, Eric's on the board. Eric's on the clock.
Eric is on the clock. Will he take a Bijan Robinson? Will he take a Jameer Gibbs? Will he take a JSN?
Will he take a Jamar Chase? Brock Bowers?
Will he take Brock Bowers? Who will Rick take? But
he's not going to get Brock Bowers, I don't think, at pick 24, which he loves Brock Bowers. That's his guy.
no, that's his guy. That's his guy. He could do it too, but we won't know until Sunday at 8 p.m. This is rigged. Sleepers Creepers. We literally did everything live in front of your face. Rick just, maybe Rick is just rigged. You're right.
He's not even watching. That's the worst part about it. No one telling him he got the first pick.
No one tell him.
We are not texting the order. What Camden said about being last is where we should leave it and make people watch this video.
I agree.
At least skip to the end.
Yeah.
Like, come on. I'm not posting the order anywhere or even changing it on ESPN until like Sunday morning. So,
reminders, we are having and I guess Eric is on the clock for 4 more days until we resume drafting or restart drafting. 4 days from now, Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Your commissioner will be hosting it live, and we will have a full. And also, I'll actually probably stream the draft. I'll probably stream the draft.
Let's do that.
We'll stream the draft, so it'll be live. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, once again, these are your picks. Eric with the first overall pick, Danny with pick number 2, Will at number 3, Corey with number 4, Callum at 5, Paul Fink at 6, myself at 7, Zach at 8, Adam at 9, Shree at 10, Jacob at 11, and Camden rounds us out at pick number 12. This is your 2026 draft order, ladies and gentlemen.
Ty, huge shout out to you for controlling the back room.
Of course.
All the operations. You're the man. I think that was awesome. I loved the horse race idea. Yeah. I thought that was fun, at least for us, to do it that way rather than just do it some random, slow, dry way. So I appreciate you taking the time to work that each race.
Yes, sir.
It's been a blast. The draft lottery is obviously over. The order's out. Eric's on the clock. I mean,
Let's have a season,
Well,
boys. Let's have a season, boys. Let's play ball. Let's play
it's
ball.
time to get excited. It's time to get excited. All the makeup and sorry, Miranda, if you're watching, all the makeup and the short skirts and the push-up bras is out the window. It's time to lock in. Paul, you locking in, buddy?
I hope so.
I don't know.
I hope so.
We'll see.
But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, this has been your draft lottery special. Once again, we will be live Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern for the 2026 draft. Hope you enjoyed. Subscribe if you like. Subscribe, like the video, or follow if you're new. And yeah, boys, we're in for the best season yet. We will see you guys Sunday, 8 p.m.